Guys. So I think look at that. It's streaming right away. And I took Tearstone's advice, everybody's advice from last week, created myself a little checklist. Still had to remind myself how to do a couple of things on this live stream. And now I have to remind myself which camera I'm talking into. So when I do like virtual meetings for work for my company, I'm always on my little cheap Logitech camera, and I save my good one for you guys for the channel. And so I might end up looking at the Logitech thinking that I'm looking at this one. Anyways, I am just in that kind of thank God it's Friday mode because I am so over the week and so ready for a weekend. I don't know about you guys, but when you come back in January, it is tough. It's really tough. And doing all the stuff for the course that starts on Monday, the writers boot camp, and I'm going to write a book along with you guys at the boot camp. And so it'll be hello, Silver Raleigh. So it'll be a lot going on at one time. I'm going to try really hard to do a few hundred words a day. I've got this super big project with my company that will take until the middle of April. So it was probably not so brilliant of me to decide to also launch a class at that time. But it's okay. It'll all be okay. It'll all work out. It'll be fine. So I'm glad to see you here, Silver Alley, and I think I was successful because I did my little checklist that the boys suggested last week, the guys suggested last week. So I appreciate that because I really did need one. There's so many little tiny things to remember, and I didn't get it all set up super early. I set my stream up about like 10 minutes ago, but I did it. So there, we've got that. So let me know what you guys are working on today. I'm going to be working on the book that I'm doing alongside everybody for the Writers Boot Camp because I have another book that my agent has that she is sending out next week. It's just a proposal, which is the first three chapters in the synopsis. She's sending it out next week to some editors to see if somebody wants to buy it. It is a romantic suspense. So I'm pretty stoked and pretty nervous at the same time because you never know what's going to happen in publishing. Somebody could have the exact same idea as I do at the same time and they could buy that one instead of mine. So who knows? It could get rejected everywhere or it could sell. I don't know. There's no guarantees. Just because you are a contracted author and you've had a history does not automatically mean that they buy everything you write. I've had some things that I thought were going to do super well and then they didn't sell. So you just never know. So I'm working on the book that I'm doing for the boot camp, like I said, and I've got all these notes here because I started working on it and it was going pretty well, and then I kept getting stuck and I couldn't write anymore. And like last Friday live stream, I did a little bit. I couldn't really get much further, and I realized that um, that the problem was that I had started too late. Like I think I needed to back up and start a little bit earlier because I had some elements that I made notes on that I need to put in there first. And Miss Blogger, still working on your outline. Do you not have? Have you figured out your goal, motivation, and conflict for the characters? Because I'd love to see you start writing that. And Gayla, nice to see you along with Silver Alley working on her children's book. I've got a little prompt for you guys today that I thought might be fun because it is basically from the idea that I had with the book that I had to sort of back up and start a little bit earlier. A little bit ordinary world because it'll allow me to set up the suspense thread a little bit. And the prompt comes directly from the idea that I had for that. So it should be kind of fun because we'll both be writing about the same thing. Because I've got it here on notes. I'm going to try really hard to transcribe, but honest to God, I can't read my handwriting. I usually am writing it late at night, but just before I go to bed, and handwriting's not the best by then. Not that it's the best during the day either. Do not have good handwriting anymore. My mother used to really work on me trying to get it all really good, and I was good when I was in grade school. But the more I started writing when I started as a journalist in high school, the less my handwriting was good because I'd just be scribbling all the time trying to get notes down. So it would progressively get worse. And nowadays you can't even read it. It's just like a scribble. Who knows what I put on paper? And Gayla's working on the deep emotional wounds and worst nightmare of the characters from last night. Awesome. That sounds really cool. I'm excited because I like those characters I read last night. And nice to see you here, Maria. Um, okay, so let's get started with a 15-minute sprint, and I'll bring up the prompt. Like I said, it is basically I should probably move over. My little camera thing is different in my thing for the prompt. Anyway, you guys will know that it's me. Um, it's from an idea from what I'm working on as well. And Gail, I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one with bad handwriting. So let's do the prompt and do 15 minutes. And I think I've mastered the timer and everything. Hopefully it all goes okay. Um, but I'm getting there, a little bit of new technology to learn every single day, it seems like. So we'll do that. We'll write for 15 minutes and then we'll come back. How'd you guys do? I think my picture just froze a little bit there. Let's hope not. It seems like it did. I'm gonna try again. Anyways, how'd you guys do? How'd you do on the 15 minutes and how did you do on your stream? And weird, my picture is seeming oh, I know what happened. My camera died. Ah, fuck me. Okay, so my camera died. I got to put the crappy one on because the camera died. Of course, I'm gonna put the prompt back up until I get this fixed. Hold on. Okay, let me just have 1 second to put a different camera in here or a different battery because it died at the same moment that the timer went off, so I didn't hear it. It's the same exact issue or the same exact sound. So, all right. I think these things will charge themselves in the computer. I don't think this one does, but I am not tech wizard, so who knows? All right. How'd you guys do with the prompt? You did well. And there it is. Okay. Whew. Like I just kind of guessed it what to do. Because where's Tearstone? He's never here when I need him. Good job, Silver Ollie. Good job on the 139 words. I don't know what I wrote, maybe a few hundred because I had obviously written these pages before and just got them done. I probably should have checked my camera battery. I'm just realizing now before I started today, but it has been a heck of a busy day, a really, really busy day. Um, so 139 words. Did anybody try the prompt of opening a hidden door? I didn't get to the door in my scene yet, so I will hopefully in the next one, maybe in the one after that. Because I've got a little bit of writing to kind of get there, and I've also got to do some setup for myself to understand where I'm going at on this page. So jumping between projects all day can be really tough for me because my mind was in a PDF that I was creating 10 minutes, 5 minutes before this started. And now it's trying to be on the book. And it's the end of the week, a very long week, and I am ready to sleep. By the way, I do not think there will be a manuscript feedback session this coming Monday because somebody that I have to meet with scheduled a meeting on my calendar at the same time. I had forgotten to cross over my calendar for the channel with my work calendar, and somebody scheduled a meeting in there that I have to take. So unless they cancel, I don't think there'll be a manuscript Monday thing. I will put up a notice on the channel on Sunday or Monday to let you guys know. So it's just getting really busy here. I'm working on this conference that comes out mid-April. I'm part of it. I'm a big part of it, big part of the planning, big part of the communications. My company is, and it's been a lot. So, all right, let's do another 15 minutes and then we'll come back and let's hope my camera does not die right at the second when we switch over. It was so funny that it clicked and it went at the same time the little timer goes beep. So it was all the same thing. All right, there we go. Let's go back and try this prompt again and go from there. Okay. There we go. That was fun. I still didn't get to my door part. Maybe next time when I work on this. And yay, Gayla did the prompt. That's awesome. I'm glad you had fun with it because I think those kinds of things are always fun. I've done that a lot with like my characters finding a box or finding something that they didn't know existed. And I kind of like doing that and surprising myself. I'm reading a Frida McFadden right now that's really good. I forget what it's called. Something with lies, I think is the in the title. I don't remember the name of the title, but the character in it does like open a door into a secret place and finds all kinds of things that she shouldn't have. So it looks like it's going to be a pretty good book. And Miss Blogger, if both my characters want to be author storytellers, their motivation needs to be different. Yes, but to become an author is not really a big enough goal for a book, really, unless I don't know, you don't really have like Herculean tasks to overcome to become an author. It's 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 nothing that people are going to watch for action. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's just somebody sitting here writing a book. That's why we don't like sit here for 7 hours. I suppose we could, but you're just going to watch me write a book, which is not exactly exciting. There's no um, there's no real strong motivation for the reader to be invested in it. I mean, they can dream of being an author, but if you have both of them be doing that, that might make it really hard to have any kind of action or stakes in there because it's not a life and death thing. It's not a I'm going to go broke if I don't become an author thing because we all know there's not a lot of money in books. And so I don't know what your stakes are going to be. And especially if you have both characters having the exact same goal, you run the risk of really making them the same character. And I would highly suggest you give them different goals. That makes it interesting for the reader. It makes it interesting for the characters. You can create more conflict in there. Really consider giving them two different goals. And I love that Silver Alley, you're working on some backstory and how it impacts your main character. I love that part. Gayla's kind of doing the same thing with the character, complete character plan, which I should tell you guys about that because I did move all that stuff over to my Thinkific community so that you guys can all download it from there. Here's the link to the highlighter method if you don't already have it. And the other things are there as well, the free complete character plan, the free complete plot plan, the link to my courses, the link to book a consult with me. Everything is there, and the community is slowly growing over there because we're putting a lot of things in there. I did put a month's worth of prompts in there for January, and I'm planning on doing that for February as well. And I did post on my community page in case you guys might want to go over there. Maybe we'll do this next week because I didn't have a ton of responses. But on the community page, I asked what your favorite motivational quote is because I thought that'd be really cool to like shove them into an empty jar here because I realized I had an empty mason jar and just pull one out each week. I think it would be really fun. I only got like a handful of responses. So if you have a favorite motivational quote, just let me know and I will put it in there. You can comment in here, you can comment in the community, you can you send me an email. You can there's a million different ways that you can let me know what your favorite motivational quote is. Because I think especially like as the further we get from January and you're it's like my goal is to finish my book this year and then it becomes end of January and February and the writing gets hard because it really does get hard and it should get hard because you're really trying to dig deep to bring these characters to life. Sometimes we need a little bit of motivation in order to do that. So I would absolutely love it if you guys had some motivational quotes to put into my little jar. I looked up a way to see if you could do like like a virtual one, but there really was only things um, for like classrooms and stuff like that. So it wasn't as good of an option in there. And I was going to drop in the link for the boot camp too, which starts on Monday. So here it is. The 10% off code, which is YouTube, ends on Sunday. It's the 19th. So if you want to get an extra 10% off and get the early bird pricing, that will end on Sunday. So here is the link to the bootcamp course, 12 lessons, videos that are not on my channel. And we're covering everything to do with a book. So like how to plan it, how to plot it, how to get a little bit more out of what your plot is. Um, how to do a turning point, what the midpoint is, how to create a black moment, all of those different parts of a plot. And a lot of, if you're writing a hero's journey structured plot or just romance or whatever genre you're writing, these same lessons apply because all the different plot structures have slightly different mechanisms to them, slightly different things in them. They all really do the same thing. The action rises, things get really, really bad, character has to have some kind of a breakthrough moment, figure it out, save the day, save the damsel, and then the book ends. So every plot ultimately has the same structure. So that's what we're going to talk about. The thing with a hero's journey is that sometimes, like, those are really good for horror movies because just when you think the bad guy's dead, he comes back again, right? We all see that in the different horror movies or like arachnophobia and stuff like that. So, okay. I have a little bit of time to do another one. So let's try to do one more really, really fast and see if we can get a little bit more writing done today. All right. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat because this will be our last one. we had the 3 sessions today. I hope you guys had fun with them. I got a whole section, a whole scene written, so that was really good. At least the bare bones of it, so that I have something to work with when I come back to the book later. Nice to see you here, Big Purple Monster. We're having a writing live sprint. We have them most Fridays at 4 o'clock, where we do a live stream and I answer questions about writing. Gayla asked, my characters have different emotional wounds, but they have the same impact. They both don't trust people. I need to change that, don't I? No, I mean, I think you can make it work, but they're both mistrustful of other people, but it will be hard. You know what I mean? Like if you have two people that have trouble trusting others, then I think it will make it hard for either of them to advance in the romance. Um, so maybe one of them um, doesn't like to rely on other people. I don't know. You might want to think about maybe changing one because I can just see lots of like impasses when you have two people that have the same impact, especially when it's something like but not trusting other people. But it can be done. Like if you drop them onto a remote cabin and all of a sudden they have to trust each other. Because I've seen movies and read books where that was the case, you can make it work. So you're just gonna have to really think about how the plot is gonna force them to have to trust each other. And that would make that conflict work. 118 words, developing emotional impact on the main character and the reader. I love that, Silver Ollie. That's what everybody wants, right? Let's have emotional impact. Let's make those readers cry and get involved and really enjoy it. So I appreciate you guys being here with me today. And again, the link for the boot camp is right in the chat. The early bird pricing and the extra 10% off with code YouTube ends on Sunday night and class starts on Monday. You'll get one lesson dropped per week with some handouts. There'll be some weeks there'll be more than one video because I'll have a lot of different concepts I want to explain, and some weeks there'll be one. But there's going to be a lot of content that you will never see on the channel. So hopefully everybody loves that, and I'm excited to write a book with you guys. And now I have a little bit of a start on mine, so I'm sort of doing the same thing everybody else will be doing in the class. So thank you guys for being here. And I will probably see you next Friday. I should be here next Friday. No live stream on Monday. I don't think. I will drop a comment in my or post in my community page to let you know. Have a great